How's it going, everyone? Simon here, aka MajorRushMore. This video is the first in a new weekly series that I'm doing called Moanologue Mondays, where every Monday I'm going to be talking about stuff or topics that I want to get off my chest. So it's not necessarily about the gameplay in the background, but I do beast in it, let's face it, but it's just about anything at all. So in this video I'm going to be talking about the pros and cons of being fat, believe it or not. My personal story, I've been fat for the entire latter half of my life. I'm 32 now. Since I was 15 or so, 14, 15, around there, I started putting on weight. Now it was slow to start with, but it started gradually climbing, and as soon as I got married, it really just ballooned because I gave up hope on exercise and all that because I found a wife. No disrespect to my beautiful wife. I set out to do what I wanted to do, which was to find a wife, and I just let loose. I didn't have anything else to prove to anyone, you know. But it's not a really nice thing to say, but she knows I love her. So let's get into it. I have a few notes taken down on stuff I want to talk about. So I'm going to start with the pros of being fat. So if you don't mind me, just going to read a few notes that I took down just in preparation. The first major pro of it is that you can eat anything without anyone noticing. So if you put on a few pounds, no one's going to notice. You can basically eat whatever you want. That's a massive benefit. The second one is that you don't need to worry about exercise. That's obvious, like, you know, people want to look good all the time and all that kind of stuff, but as I say, I've not the proof to anyone, but I know I'd be more respectful if I look more attractive for my wife and all that, but listen, we'll deal with it and all, it's all in good time, but yeah, you don't need to worry about all the exercise and all that crap. I read somewhere that you have a decreased risk of getting cancer. Now, I don't know if that's scientifically proven or not, but I did read it and I did catch it coming up in quite a few blogs and all of that stuff, and you're more immune to other diseases and colds and all this kind of stuff. Like, so I don't know, but you are susceptible to on the flip side of that, you're more susceptible to a hell of a whole lot of other ones like heart disease and all. Although I did read that you can have a decreased risk to that, but I don't really believe it. But listen, I'm not a doctor, so you know what you believe on the web, you know yourself. The next one is that you don't give a shit about what other people think about you. Like, you could be walking on the street and, you know, you could be just letting it all hang out like you wouldn't give a fuck, like, you know what I mean? Because who cares? Like, I have nothing to prove to anyone other than myself, and I'm perfectly comfortable with the way I am at the moment and all that kind of stuff, you know, and I couldn't basically give a shit about what anyone else thinks, you know. Another one is you can be a good climbing frame for your children. Like, so when you're sitting down on the sofa at home and the children are there sitting down as well, they can climb on top of you. I know they can climb on top of anyone, but it's just more angles and more rolls of fat that they can climb off and bounce on, and bigger belly and all that, like a trampoline, and an indoor trampoline to play with and all that stuff. Another funny one that I came across, which was you're harder to kidnap, believe it or not. I found that quite funny. You also get to play with your man boobs now. I don't know, does that turn you on? I don't know. And I'll get into the serious of all the fighting and all that. Like, if you're in a fight, like, first of all, no one's going to fucking pick a fight with you to start with, like, because you fucking just tear them apart. But if you are in a fight, like, you've a hell of a lot of weight behind your punches. Like, I know you have to grab them first and try and catch them, like, to hit them a punch, but if you hit them on a punch, you're going to get knocked out, like, simple as that. Like, you just have so much weight. You have the weight of two people behind the punch, like, below. Even if you didn't want the punch, you could just bear hug someone to that, or you could just push him to the ground and lie on top of him and smother him to death. Like, you know, it's a win-win situation. Like, you don't have to exert any energy, you just lie on top of them and smother him. Simple out. That's about it for the pros I could find. Nothing really else that I could think of. If you have any of your own ones, please put them down in the comment section below. Now to get on to the serious stuff, the cons. The biggest problem that I have with being fat is that it's such a hard time trying to find clothes, you know. You go into the shops, all the usual shops, the clothes shops, they're all geared for normal sized people, like, you know, skinny people, muscular people, whatever. They just do not do plus size clothes, you know. I know you have to go to specialist shops and all this kind of stuff and try and fit into them. Like, if you went to fucking Tesco's to try and find a cheap t-shirt or whatever, like, you know, that kind of way, like, very, very limited stock. Like, you know, you can barely get stuff if you're lucky, like, you know. That's the hardest thing about it, I think. Sometimes you get a look of disgust from others. Now, I personally take no notice of them, but I've seen on blogs that people are worried about what other people think of them and all that. Like, I basically couldn't give a fuck, but it is something in the back of my mind, like, that people, you know, you do get a look of disgust, and you just be conscious of the fact that people might be talking about you, look at the size of him, or look at all this kind of stuff, like, but sure, they don't know me on the inside, like, you know what I mean? Just kind of annoying in that respect. But I didn't know if this was a pro or a con, but you do have an increased tolerance to beer, and I didn't know whether that was a pro or a con, but it takes more pints to get you drunk, but yeah, like, you can drink 10 pints, everyone else is 5, like, you know what I mean, and it wouldn't be a bother on you, that kind of way, like. But I don't know, is it a pro, is it a con? I don't know, you be the judge of that one. Yeah, I was actually in the pub there last night with the wife, and the wife was at the bar with her friends or whatever, and I was just up playing pool, and I just noticed that I was getting a pain in my back just from standing straight, waiting for a game of pool or waiting for my shot or whatever. Just got an awful pain in my back, and it's not very comfortable, like, you know what I mean? As well as the back pains, like, there's plenty of other health issues that you can get, like, we've touched on a few of them, like, but I'm mainly worried about heart disease. I think that's the biggest killer among fat people anyway. I'm not sure if it is or not, but yeah, heart disease and clogged arteries and all that kind of stuff. But I want to get that checked out again soon now, just to see how are we getting on with that kind of stuff. But yeah, health issues, back pains, all that kind of stuff, not very nice. The biggest thing that I'm most sorry about is at the moment is I'm not able to run around with my children. Like, my children love going outside and playing and running around, and well, obviously I have a disabled child, she's not able to run around, but my other 2 children want to run around in the grass and roll and tumble and all that kind of stuff. You know, I'm not able to keep up with them. I'd love to be able to play sports or go kick a ball with them. Like, I'd have to stay static and get them to fetch the ball and all this kind of stuff. It is what it is, like, but yeah, it's a touching one for me. Like, I'm very disappointed that I can't do stuff like that at the moment anyway. Not being able to fit into fairground rides, it's pretty obvious. Like, you go into I remember being at not Alton Towers, a place called Oakwood over in Wales. We went on a day trip on the boat, and I remember I was worried that I wasn't going to be able to fit into the seat on one of the rides that just shoots straight up, the bounce or something. It's just a vertical, just you speed up vertically really quick up about, I don't know, 50 metres or whatever it was, I couldn't tell you, and then you just do a sudden drop and just 0 G's or whatever it was, and I was so worried I wouldn't fit into it, and not all the other rides, like, you know what I mean, but roller coasters and all that stuff, quite embarrassing if you couldn't do it. But it hasn't happened yet now, but I'd be apprehensive about getting into those things from now on, like, you know, well, the size I am at the moment anyway. Not being able to, I don't know if this is a pro or a con, but not being able to perform physically demanding jobs for long periods of time. I'm fucking lazy anyway, like, you know what I mean, but yeah, I remember, like, before I got fat, or when I was young, when I wasn't as fat, when I had physically demanding jobs like lifting stuff and packing lorries of drinks and all that kind of stuff and carrying stuff, you know, it was it'll keep you fit to a certain extent, like, you build up your muscles, it'll keep you active and it'll burn calories and keep the weight at bay, you know, but the weight gain at bay. But at the moment now, I wouldn't be able to last, like, I wouldn't be able to bend over and pick up scones out of a farmer's field or pick strawberries or, you know, do any kind of demanding work like that. You have to lift heavy. Well, lifting heavy stuff isn't a problem, but just the fact of just doing long tasks just feels, I just be so lazy. Just even thinking about it now just makes me tired, you know. But that's one of them. Let me see. The last funny con that I found on the web was not able to see your own penis. You know, I don't know when the last time I seen it was, but I do know that it works anyway, so that's the main thing. That's about it. If you have any other cons yourself, please throw them into the comment section below. But that's it, the pros and cons of being fat. In summary, listen, it's not a fucking nice thing at all. Like, I let myself go totally, and that's very disrespectful to my wife and my children. Like, I've not been able to play with my children to the extent that I'd like to. Not being able to play sports. I used to love playing sports when I was fit. Well, not fit, but when I was young and able, you know. But what I'm going to do about it now is I just rang the gym today. A guy who I used to do some bouncing work with. He owns a gym in town, and I'm just going to, I'll give him a call, and I'm going to come in and have a consultation with him and see can he set me on a straight and narrow. Basically, I want a one-on-one consultation. Hopefully he'll be able to tell me what to eat and when I should be eating it and how much and all that kind of stuff, and put me on a proper program to focus on the areas that I want to work on. Like, I feel I feel strong. Like, I feel like a fucking power lifter. Like, you know what I mean? I feel like one of these bodybuilder lads. I feel like I could lift anything. I feel like I've just so much strength. It's unbelievable. Like, all these years of just carrying this weight on your body, like it just feels like you just feel strong, you know. I don't know how to explain it to people that are just normal size. You just feel so strong. But I just love to get rid of the belly and the man boobs and all the fat, and I'd love to get muscly and all that kind of stuff. But I'm going to go to the gym and I'm going to fucking make an effort now from Monday on. I've been saying it, I've been doing it, I've been humming and hawing for years, and I've tried every diet under the sun. I touched on it in the last video, and I'm just getting fed up at this stage. Like I just sit down at my computer and eat junk, and I don't do any exercise, and it's just embarrassing. Like it's even hard for me to tie my shoelaces now at this point, you know what I mean? And it's just embarrassing as well. And I'm just fucking fed up with it, like, you know what I mean? It's grand being able to eat whatever you want, but you just feel so guilty at the end of the day, like, you know, and why the fuck did I eat that bar of chocolate, like, or those 10 bars of chocolate? But listen, I'm going to fucking have a go. I've said it before, I've been on Facebook talking about it. This time I'm fucking determined. It's my last chance. Like I can feel the health issues starting to build up again now, and the pain in my back last night just fucking annoyed me, you know. And I said to myself, fuck this, man, I'm gonna make it go. But so, take it from me. This is my speaking directly to you on camera. I am fucking serious about doing this time. I'm going to the gym. I'll do it for a couple of weeks, and if it's the right gym for me, then I get a membership out of it, and I might join Weight Watchers or Unislim or one of these things and get the proper cooking going, and I'm going to fucking see it through and give up all the junk food and all that shite. Like, it's just need to get up off my arse and do something about it. But that's it for this Moanologue Monday episode. I hope you enjoyed it. Again, if you have any feedback or comments, please feel free to leave it in the comment section below, and if you like the video, give it a like. If you don't like it, fuck off, basically. But yeah, that's about it. I shall see you in the next video. Thanks for watching.